Start it off, Luke.
All right, so hey everybody, we're here at YCS Indy with Dr. Droo himself.
Yeah.
In top 16.
Yeah, with his other bro. It's your other bro.
Yeah, your other bro. Taylor Todd on the other side of the camera.
On the other side of the camera. I finally get to just be a celebrity for like 10 seconds, which I'm already a celebrity, but you know, I get to be more of a celebrity. But yeah.
So tell us what you played.
Okay, so I made top 16. I just lost because of a terrible misplay in top 16. That was my fault, so you get for when you're bad. But the deck's good. So I played a Gadget XC deck with ultimate offering stuff, but I put in a Monarch and a Jin and a 2 to deal with the problems that Gadget have to deal with. So let's get to the deck. Alright, so obviously, by 6 Gadgets. I draw doubles all day, every day, all the time. So I don't see how people can survive 9 unless they're just playing super fast before they can get into mid to late game. I play 6, I draw doubles all the time, it's good for me. And yeah, I play triple Reborn Tengu because Reborn Tengu, when I come into this event, I thought when you exceeded with it, you get the effect immediately. But they changed the ruling on Friday, and they said you only get the effect once you detach or once the monster dies. So I decided to keep playing it because I was already playing a Monarch engine, and it still decently works with the engine. And this card actually was great. It was an MVP. It's just too good of a card this format. But anyways, I also played Trip Caius and a Mobius. Trip Caius, obviously, this is a really strong card this format. I realized when playing my friend Henry, we were playtesting and he was playing Trip Caius in his tour guide, and I realized how strong this is against this meta. It's great against TGs, it's really good against plants, and it deals with all the problems cards that Gadgets can't deal with, you know, like a Thunder King or just any sort of big beat stick or a back row, something they can't deal with. Maybe if they have Skill Drain, can book or Torrential to make sure this gets off, but yeah. And then I played Mobius because I really wanted a 4th Monarch. I expected to play a ton of TGs. It was actually pretty good. When I did play TGs, I dropped it with Ultimate Offering and blew 2 back rows, and he Skill Drained, I Chim's T, it was just broke. So it was pretty good. I actually really liked the Mobius in this. I also played double Cyber Dragon. Now, the reason I played double Cyber Dragon was my good friend Luke here, okay, behind the camera, suggested that I play this just because they deal with Thunder King, because Thunder King was like the cute pick for this tournament. Everyone was maining double or triple Thunder King, and that really hurts me. So double Cyber Dragon helped deal with that, and the other problem the Gadget deck has is sometimes it can't get over big beat sticks. Also, a lot of people like to just summon Reborn Tengu, especially against Gadgets, and just be like, oh, get over it, like try and do something about it. You can't use backwards, blah, blah, blah. You drop this, and suddenly they're in a tough spot. Now they have to synchro over it or something like that. And then I also played 1 4-star tuner because I feel like this deck at least has to play some sort of tuner, because there's so many times they'll have like a Gores or even like something like stupid like a Spirit Reaper where you just can't do anything to it. So at least if you have 1 tuner, you have it out to kind of just deal with something. It just gives you more versatility.
How about you answer this question now, because I know we'll see it in the comments, and people are going to be like, why no glow up bulb?
Why no glow up bulb? Okay, so glow up bulb I tested, and everyone says you got.
I know you did. You tested.
I tested it
so much.
The problem was that if I ever drew with Ultimate Offering, I never get to use it. I beat to the point where I was like, well, I won't set it to get the -1, or I will set up play next turn. But even if I set up a play next turn, the 5-stars you can go into like Catastor and Hyper Librarian aren't that good in this deck. I mean, obviously Hyper Librarian doesn't do anything for me. Catastor is really only good in specific scenarios, and I basically like, yes, you can do double Trishula with Ultimate Offering Gadget, but if I hit Ultimate Offering Gadget, like, I should win anyways. There's really rare for me to actually hit Ultimate Offering Gadget and lose. It's because you already have so much card advantage. You don't have to push for an OTK or anything. You just push your hope out and force them to find an answer to him, because he's just a big floater after you use the gadgets and stuff.
Cool.
Now I could see if people use Glow Up Bulb, I wouldn't hate on them for it. I couldn't use it. It just didn't work.
Cool. All right, on to spells.
All right, on to spells. So spells, we've got Trip Pot of Duality. I think that's an obvious pick for this deck.
Yep.
Double MST, it's one of the best simplification cards in this game, and Gadgets can play as a simplification deck. That's what they were originally. So you simplify the game state by 1 card, you deal with problem cards like Skill Drain in TGs. I played, did I play double? I did. Did I end up playing double? I guess I did. I ended up playing double main deck for Binlands.
No, you sided 1.
Did I side 1?
Yeah, remember? We talked about it.
No, I ended up maining 1 over the Jujutsu. Okay, I ended up playing.
You made 1, but I thought you said
I went into 2.
Oh, did you? Oh,
at the very last change, I was playing 1. I went to 2 because I was just so worried about my TG matchups. Because Friday there was TGs everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then Saturday came and suddenly I played like 2.
Yeah, there was 1 in top 16.
Yeah, but this card is still a strong card. Obviously it works against all the Horn of the Phantom Beast decks because it works in damage step. But the other reason I use this card is because it still functions like a shrink. It still does things like dodge Dark Hole, and it dodges Skill Drain. So if I use it on my Caius or whatever, when Skill Drain's out, I'll get my Caius effect, and then I can get my Gadget engine going.
What about Chidzo?
with Jinzo, the rule with Jinzo is that it doesn't stay negated. Like so let me get off for a turn. I asked their judge this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you asked.
Spells, Book of Moon, because it is this is almost a staple card, and it deals with too many answers, and it gets around skill drain if I poke my own monsters, and blah blah blah. Dark Hole for obvious reasons. And Monster Reborn, I think. In this deck, I mean, I can pick up any 4-star to Exceed. I can pick up their stuff to Synchro if I need to, which I did quite a few times actually. So yeah.
And then the traps.
Traps. All right. Trip Ultimate Offering.
Let's see those hollows.
I wish, I mean, like this card, I mean, you draw doubles, it sucks, but man, I wish I could draw this card more. Because whenever I hit this card, if my opponent is good, they have to Solemn it, they have to 7 tools, they have to get rid of it because this card is just going to win. It's just, and you can do so many crazy plays with it.
Tell people why this card is so good.
So normally you just do, you drop a million Utopias, like, hooray. But like, the other thing is that, like, let's say it's your turn, I don't have a monster out, okay? You're going to summon something like a Tengu in attack, or anything in attack, and I'm like, pay 5 Gadget. And you're like, oh, big deal, I'll just attack over that. We're like, well, hold on. I'm actually going to pay another 5. And RFG your monster, RFG your back row. Oh, and you can't Solemn Warning off Offering. So what are you going to do to this play? Solemn Warning is the best answer to Monarch, and you can't even use it. And you know, during your turn, maybe instead I'll drop into Mobius, which you thought your back rows were safe or whatever, because why would I side Malevolent Catastrophe? Your back rows have to be safe. And like, just crazy plays like that. And let's say that I have a Tengu come out off of, you know, and they're like, well, Bottomless saw a lot of play today, so maybe they try to Bottomless. Or Torrential, or Bottomless, and Torrential's a bad example, but like Bottomless, well, I'm like, well, I'll pay 5 and chain. Their Bottomless is gonna fizzle. So I actually did that twice playing against TGs yesterday. First I did it with this, and then I specialed out Cyber Dragon, they Bottomless, pay 5 tribute. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, what? -1s, just all day, and then +1s, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so yeah, Triple Ultimate Offering. The card just has a lot of versatile plays, and people really just don't know how to play against it. And that's what was really helpful. People not knowing how to play against what I'm gonna do was so big because, you know, you play against TGs or Planets, you're like, okay, they're gonna play this is how you beat the deck, you deep-person the Rush Ryan, blah, blah, blah. Against this deck, it's like, they have a back row, and you're like, well, I'll summon Tengu, they can't Mirror Force with deep-person, they can try and Warning, whatever. If you don't get Warning, I'm gonna attack straight through, and they're gonna minus. And then all of a sudden, they're dropping this, and suddenly you were in position to win the game, but now suddenly you're in a position to lose the game. You know, so anyways, that's the way I played. Ultimate Offering was a great card in this deck.
Now, doesn't the life point payment hurt you?
No, you would think it would. You would think the life point payment would with the warnings and the judgment, but the thing is, if I get my whole thing off, I'm gonna pay something like 2,000. Okay, if I get my whole thing off, if I push that hard, which I never do, you're gonna pay something like 2,000. That's a Solemn Warning. I mean, like people used to play 3 Solemn Warnings, but a lot of times I'm just like, pay 5, pay 5. I paid 1,000 to go from you pay 1,000. I paid 1,000 to drop a gadget, to get my gadget effect off during your turn, to dodge Warning, and to drop a Caius. So I paid 1,000 to dodge Warning. You know what I mean? So it's not, the life point payment really actually never hurt me. Very, very rarely, if we played way, way late game, it would start to hurt me, but I'd always have one more extra summon at 500 and win by like 200. Yeah, traps, where'd they all go? I've lost them. Oh, here we go. So the Trip Ultimate Offering, I played Solemn Judgment and double Solemn Warning, which I think are obvious picks.
Yep.
I played a Mirror Force, which some people have been taking out of stuff. I mean, I guess like that Malefic deck I played, it's just...
You only drop one gadget, or you just need protection.
Yeah, and the thing is that, I don't know, like this deck just needs protection. So I played the Mirror Force. I played triple Deep Prison, because I expected a lot more TGs, but it was still a strong card. Against TGs, it's just Rex, but... so yeah, this card was decently helpful. I really like this card, actually. I played double Dark Bribe, because Trunade Rex, Dark Hole's pretty good against you. It functions offensively like a 7 tools if you need to negate Mirror Force, Torrential, things like that. And a lot of random things. Like a lot of people were loving 7 tools and Skill Drain. And like, this is a great answer to Skill Drain. Skill Drain wrecks this deck. So if you can Dark Bribe or MSC or whatever, like, there you go. And then I played Torrential Tribute and one Fiendish Chain.
Why'd you play Torrential in a deck that seems to be advantage based? Or field presence based?
Well, I mean, the easiest play, I mean, the obvious play is that like, I can even just, I mean, you can make the regular Torrential plays. I can gadget, and it's a, you know, obviously it's a floater, so I'm good like that. The other reason is that I can make the plays myself. I can force it out with Ultimate Offering. I can force Torrential Tribute out. A lot, and I did that a lot actually, where like they'd have a board, and I would, you know, drop a gadget off Offering and flip Torrential, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, damn it, you know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah. So, oh wait, one Fiendish Chain. I played this because one is I actually kind of, it's against plants it's better than Deep Prison, and it keeps the monster from attacking you for a while. It's just more defense. It was decent. I didn't draw it that much today actually, so yeah, so that's the main deck. I really actually like the side deck though. The side deck, let's see. I said there's a couple cards that I sided in basically against every matchup, almost against every matchup. And actually, this was the main one. This was actually, I sided this because I thought I was gonna play more TGs. There was just TGs everywhere, and it actually hurts me a lot because I can't exceed summon, which is one of my best outs to big monsters, and I couldn't synchro. And it hurt me, you know, I can't use my Tengu effects if it gets Mirror Force Torrential, so I sided it. But I guess, I mean, I still did okay without it because the deck already has a good matchup against plants and other special summon decks because it's so aggressive. If they ever take any time to set up, it's fine. But anyways, sided that. I also sided triple Jinzo and a Psychic Shockwave. This was kind of so-so. I thought this would be better. But the 3 Jinzos were great, because with Ultimate Offering, they can't Solemn Warning Jinzo. You play a deck like TGs or the Mirror Match or anything like that, and you get, you know, it's not really pluses, it's just like a 3-card lockdown on their back rows. And since everyone's like, set 5 million back rows, no big deal. Ultimate Offering Jinzo. Well, that sucks, you know? Or like, you know, let's say that they have a
Solemn Warning, no Solemn Judgment.
Let's say they're planning on attacking over your guy with a Horn of the Phantom Beast. Ultimate Offering, drop my Jinzo. Oh, well, now I can't Horn him, my guy's just gonna die. You know, like, so yeah, so no, this card was like, every time I drop it against TGs, it was an auto win. I 2-0'd every TG deck I played. I'm pretty sure I 2-0'd every plant deck I played. Not because of this card, but this one just wrecks TGs. Like, there's just so many random matchups good against too, like GKs, there's a chain burn towards the top tables. So yeah. Also sided in triple Puppet Plant to help with the GKs. I didn't play any GKs, I played one Sam. The GK and the Sam matchup. Since I play the Monarchs, and I also, against Samurais, will side in double Vanity's Fiend. And against GKs, I'll use it with the Jinzo. But here I'll use the Vanity's Fiend. If you drop Vanity's Fiend on a Sam deck, they're running out of outs very quickly. Also against that Malefic deck, it was really strong because they run out of outs. And, yeah. I use a Twister to help out against, you know, TGs. I have the Malefic deck I sided in nonstop, and I like that one is just my extra out to face up Skill Drain. Really, the Skill Drain just every TG player loves Skill Drain, and there's going to be probably 3 in it whenever I go to Game 2 or Game 3, so I need more outs. I used double Pachycephalo because this card is actually really good with Ultimate Offering. Other than that, you know, it's good against Frog Monarchs for a lot of reasons. But Ultimate Offering, you know, they're attacking, and I pay 5 for Ultimate Offering, set Packy, and bomb the board. You know, and a lot of people just don't see that sort of thing coming. Also, finally, I played double Starlight Road. Double Starlight Road because I expected more Malevolent Catastrophes, especially from plants, and because plants, they Debris Dragon my board a lot. They love to Debris Dragon Black Rose my board because I always have like an Ultimate Offering and another set, and so this was a great out to that. I played, a lot of people only played 1. I thought 2 is better. I feel like 2 is better because it's not one of those cards that's useful the whole game. It's only useful at specific scenarios. So, and when you do hit it, you're just gonna win right there. You're gonna have too much advantage. You're gonna have a Stardust that they're not have to deal with, and you negated their power play. So yeah, so I felt like I hit this. Even if I drew a second after I hit one of them, it would still be fine. The problem is if you draw it after they Torrential, after they Dark Hole, after they Black Rose, you're gonna be like, wow, I really wish I had opened it. You know, I wish I hit it like 3 turns earlier. So that's how I felt about that. Should we go through the extra deck?
Yeah, let's go through the extra deck.
All right, 3 Utopias.
Those seem kind of key.
I mean, they're okay. I mean, you know, like, they're alright. Anyways, so yeah, this guy is obviously a big beast stick. He's one of the major points of the deck. I played a Trishula just in case I Reborn a 1-star tuner. Thought Ruler Archfiend because I play the 8 stars, and against, you know, these decks playing Triple D President's a great option. Scrap Dragon is staple. This guy I played because I drop into the 8 stars, and a lot of people have put Titanium back in the main deck for plants. So I went with this guy. I actually dropped him against TGs while Skill Drain was out, and he couldn't deal with it.
Exactly, on the Skill Drain, that seems great. Same with Stardust.
Yeah, same with Stardust. I was actually, I had already used my Stardust, so I went with the Colossal. But, Red Dragon Archfiend I put in because it's a 3000 guy, and so if I do need a Suicide with one of those ancient Gear Gagilotron Dragons, or it's just, I don't know, I just felt like that would be an opportunity to use it. I always felt like that card was a decent card. Black Rose is obvious. Ancient Fairy Dragon, just because I had the extra deck room and I felt like against TGs, my friend Luke told me against TGs you drop a big 3000 defensive guy, it's really tough for them to get around it. You know, Skill Drain doesn't really do much to that. Catastor, Brionac, those are obvious, and then I play double Chimera Tech because I main deck double Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
That's the deck. The deck was really good. The deck was better than I was. Okay, the deck really, you know, it was great. And most important thing I learned actually from this is that like even if you want to build gadgets and you don't like the Monarchs, then don't play the Monarchs. Like a lot of people were telling me to play cards that, you know, like play this, you know, you should play Tragodia, it's so good. You should play Tour Guide Tengu, like you should play whatever. You should be playing this engine in it. You should play Machinas. And the thing that worked best for me was what I liked. And like that was so key. Like I said in the last video, like when you play what you like and what resonates with you, you're gonna make plays that just work. You're gonna know how to pro your opponent with the deck. When you're it's like you're running the deck or the deck runs you, kind of. When you're playing a deck that's just too advanced from you, suddenly the deck's playing you, you're trying to keep up with all the plays you can make with something like plants or whatever, and you haven't been playing it long enough or it doesn't fit your playstyle for you to really take advantage of it. But yeah, that's it.
All right, well, thanks, Dr. Drew.
All right.
Congrats on your top 16.
Yeah, signing out.